Hey there to our 191 subscribers, our future subscribers, and all the people that secretly watch us without subscribing. It's hard to believe that such an iconic movie bombed when it was first released. But the theatrics of the audience drew people in and they kept coming back. Tomorrow marks 50 years since the Rocky Horror Picture Show premiered in the US, and fans are still shouting, singing, and dancing along after half a century. It all started as a small stage play in London in 1973, written by Richard O'Brien, who had no idea how big it would become. O'Brien is still with us today and continues to be celebrated by fans everywhere. Back then, he even played Riff Raff himself, a creepy but unforgettable character. The play also launched Tim Curry as Dr. Frankenfurter, a role that would define his career. By 1975, the movie hit theaters with posters that teased audiences a different set of Jaws, in reference to the movie Jaws that was released earlier that year. Early ads like this one were mysterious and moody, drawing people in with the promise of something strange. The film brought together 8 unforgettable main characters in a single outrageous story. Here's the original cast together, never imagining they were making what would become the longest-running theatrical release in film history. Behind the scenes, the cast often huddled for warmth. Oakley Court had no roof and no central heating during the winter shoot. Here's Tim Curry having his elaborate hair done before stepping in front of the camera. Curry and Richard O'Brien often kept the mood light, joking and playing around. Sometimes their goofing off went a little over the top. The movie itself begins with those unforgettable red lips singing, science fiction double feature. Then the narrator appears, grounding the madness in a deadpan serious tone. We're taken to Oakley Court, the castle that became the film's eerie setting. Brad and Janet arrive, caught in the rain and hoping just to use a phone. Inside, they meet Columbia, a spark of glitter and chaos. And then comes the Time Warp, a dance so catchy it's still performed at screenings today. Soon after, Frankenfurter makes his dramatic entrance, reclining with pure confidence. If you haven't watched the movie and don't want any spoilers, I will put a timestamp on the screen over here to let you know what to fast forward to, so you don't hear things that you may not want to hear yet. He reveals his creation, Rocky, floating in a tank. Brad and Janet's confusion grows as they meet Rocky face to face. Rocky, dressed in gold shorts, quickly falls under Frank's influence. Frank struts around in his lab coat and fishnet stockings, one of the most iconic looks in cinema history. Ironically, Rocky's actor, Peter Hinwood, quit acting right after this. Deciding he wasn't cut out for Hollywood, he reinvented himself as a successful interior designer. Meat Loaf burst into the story as Eddie, with wild energy and music that stole the scene. And honestly, this is the main thing I remember about the movie, because I was a little kid when I watched it. It actually came out the year I was born, so there's that. His motorcycle sequence was difficult to maneuver in such a small space, so a stunt double had to be used. Later, the characters gather for a bizarre dinner party, where they learn they are eating Eddie, which turns shocking when Eddie's body is revealed hidden inside the table. Dr. Scott arrives, adding even more confusion to the chaotic night. In the original cut, the castle even launches into space, but US distributors cut the scene, thinking it was too strange for audiences at the time. What really made the movie last, though, was the audience. Fans began showing up in costumes at midnight screenings. They used props like newspapers during the rain scene, and threw toilet paper, toast, and other items during key moments. Shadowcasts even acted out the movie live in front of the screen, adding to the fun. Theaters were often trashed after screenings, covered in rice, toast, toilet paper, and confetti. Oakley Court itself became a pilgrimage spot for fans who wanted to visit the castle in person. And today you can even tour the inside of the castle, which has been restored. Fans continue to gather for big anniversary celebrations, proving the movie is still alive and well. If you've never been to a screening, you can still join in by learning the dance, the Time Warp. I'll link a tutorial in the description. In 1981, a sequel called Shock Treatment was released, set in a bizarre TV studio. It featured game show antics and strange new characters. I had never even heard of it until I started working on this video, but it actually came out when I was only 5 years old. The full movie is on YouTube, so I will link it in the description as well. Another sequel, Revenge of the Old Queen, was fully scripted but never filmed. In 2016, Let's Do the Time Warp Again aired on TV, offering a modern take on the story, with a fresh cast stepping into the iconic roles for a new generation. And after 50 years, the Rocky Horror Picture Show is still going strong. Not just as a movie, but as an experience fans continue to keep alive. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and get your friends to do the same thing. Yeah, thank you. Bye.